Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your host, Dr. Nasir, and what's on tap for today? Well, we went to the video archives and we found this clip, folks. It is absolutely hilarious. It is SCARLETT Johansson, and she has to answer question after question after question about what is she or what is she not wearing in her in her under her Avengers suit, whether she's got panties, whether she's au natural, all those questions she's got to answer, these sexist comments from all these people, these Hollywood reporters or whatever. She handles it with grace, with dignity, with absolute, you just got to watch a video. But anyways, take a look right now. Look at that face right there as she's being asked these questions. And folks, this is great. We're going to react to it. Let's go to the clip right now.
Scarlett, to get into the shape of Black Widow, did you have anything special to do in terms of the diet? Like you have to eat some specific food or that sort of thing?
If I've learned anything, it's that people are much more interested in your second question to Scarlett than any answer I can give to mine.
She's having a great time with this. But in her mind, she's asking, it's like, when the ball players are asked those questions about, hey, what'd you think? You just hit the home run to win the World Series, right? Or the home run to win the game. What do you think about everything? I mean, are you happy? And the person goes, no, not really. I'm the saddest person in the world, or whatever. So these same types of questions they ask her in terms of basically, what type of veggies did you eat to stay in shape? How'd you get your figure? How'd you be able to fit into the suit? And you know what? Iron Man, Tony Stark, not coming to a rescue at all. Let's see what she has to say.
Scarlett. I was just going to say that very thing. That's so funny. I was like, how come you get like the really interesting like existential question and I get the like rabbit food question? I don't know. Yes, surely. You're training and doing all that stunt work, and so you eat a lot of green things.
Yeah, it's always a good woman behind a good man.
Or in front of, on the side.
On the side. Either way, looking gorgeous.
Thank you very much. Well, I can also be used as a sparkly object to distract the spirits. I think that's, it's just like, look at this shiny thing.
You're obviously Scarlett Johansson, so you probably don't have the same body worries as the rest of us. But was there a bit of you that thought, oh my God, that's tight?
First of all, every woman has body worries.
That she's being very self-deprecating over here, basically saying that every woman, has some type. I think everybody, most people, normal people, probably realize that they've got something that they would like to have, better. I mean, some women probably feel maybe, they want longer hair, shorter hair, maybe they want bigger hips, smaller hips, maybe they want a little bit less over here, maybe want longer legs, lesser legs, or they want large breasts, small breasts, whatever. Men, they probably don't want the tummy, they want the muscles, they want that six-pack abs, they want to be 6 foot tall, 6 foot, whatever it is. Everybody has body image issues. And for this lady basically telling her that it doesn't seem that you have any, there are very few people in the world, all right, that have absolutely perfect bodies. I think Scarlett is pretty damn close. But but this is her niche. I mean, she's an actor. She's got to stay in shape. She knows who she's playing to in her audience. And as I said before, but the questions keep coming after her, and she's got to keep coming up with different ways to answer the same type of question without looking like she's getting, upset or fed up or really angry about these. So let's continue and see how she answers.
I'm not exempt from that.
They're likes you, my boyfriend likes you, like all of men like you. So how does it?
Yes.
Yeah. How does it feel being this?
I finally got them, all generations. I love my male audience. I'm always happy to put out films that garner a good response from a strong male audience, But I have to say that it's more flattering to me when I have girls that come up to me and they go, oh, I love that movie.
Now that was pretty cool to basically say, so young girls can look up to her if they want to go into the acting career and maybe say, you know what, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could be, the next Avengers heroine or the next Marvel superhero or the next DC Comics, or maybe I could just start up in acting. So for her to say that, I think says volumes about her and her character.
Scarlett, obviously your character could have easily just been kind of written off as the sexy one of the team. How important is it that
Really? Have you seen Chris Hemsworth?
So we're quite interested to know what would be the fashion elements Avengers Infinity War uses in the movies.
What?
The fashion elements.
The fashion element?
Yes, for the.
I got the fashion question?
I love it. She goes, I got the fashion question. All this testosterone around her. All this testosterone, all these men around her. And she gets the fashion question. Let's see how she answers this.
Good question, good question.
The fashion elements you see here.
Nice. Well, she's pretty well dressed for that thing, folks. Pretty well dressed. I mean, that is a nice little fashion statement of its own.
I honestly really don't know how to answer that question. Fashion elements. I wear a leather unitard for the most of this film, and I have been for the last 10 years. So if you think of any fashion elements that you would like to include, please let us know. I have a new vest, everyone, so that was pretty exciting. Yes. And I have a new hairstyle as well, if you haven't noticed already. It's a little bit polarizing, I can see, it's fine. It was a choice I made, and I'm sticking by
it. Great answer. Look at this, Don Cheadle, other people in the movie. Just sort of going with the flow, probably thinking the same thing. This is just an absolute stupid question. You would think that these writers for these magazines could come up with some better questions to ask rather than the same old thing and probably being sexist. I mean, did they ask any of the male guys about the fashion statements or all? I mean, this wasn't a gay flick, right? Was it a metrosexual type of, moral? Hey, don't put this past in the future that we're going to have some metrosexual or some transgenders, in the Marvel universe or the DC, universe. I'm sure that's going to happen, folks. It won't play well, but they'll try to, they'll try to force it in there somehow.
So, there you go.
Able to wear undergarments. If
You're
you
the,
will.
like the fifth person that's asked
Well, no,
me that.
because
What is going on? Since when did people start asking?
He's laughing. Here too, he's wondering what's going on. And it's like a fifth time, and she goes 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Keep asking me about my undergarments, my underwear, my panties. What's this fetish that everybody has with whether I'm wearing something or not? Let's go back a little bit and see what happens with this. Let's just go back. See that all over again.
So, there you go.
Able to wear undergarments. If
You're
you
the,
will.
like the fifth person that's asked me
Well, no,
that.
because
What is going on? Since when did people start asking each other about in interviews about their underwear?
No, because it is such a skin tight. Here's
I'll
why.
leave it up to your imagination.
Oh, see?
Okay?
Is that?
Whatever you feel like I should be wearing or not wearing under that costume.
This is not a.
Is what I-
Is it inappropriate?
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
Could you?
No, what do you wear
Could
underneath?
you?
You said
Like, what
Jackie
do you
Chan
wear
like that.
underneath something
Overalls.
like that? Do you wear clothes?
You wear dungarees. No, you can't wear clothes under it. It's like a wetsuit.
Okay.
Practically.
All right. So you answered my question.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit more than a wetsuit. Was I wearing underwear? I mean, gosh, ask Joss.
I did.
You asked Joss what kind of underwear he wears?
No.
What kind of interview?
No, of course he says. Of course I didn't ask Josh what kind of underwear he's wearing. Why would I ask a man that? Nobody wants to know about that. They want to know what panties you're wearing or not wearing. Of course, that's the question.
Is that? I'm sorry. Do you happen to ask a man this question? Yeah, that's right. I'm nude, but I'm not nude.
Yeah, and I like
Just
that.
leave it at that.
Yeah, but it's
but
hard
use
to-
your imagination.
Nude.
You really want to know. I love when people
Yes.
ask. People go, "How do you go to the bathroom?" I'm like, "Come on, is that? Do people really need to know?" I'm not a nudist by trade, contrary to popular.
But the way she's asking this question, the way she said, like, do they really want to know? How do you go to the bathroom? I mean, it's unbelievable the stuff that people ask. And I think some of them actually think these are just absolutely mind riveting questions. These are the questions that need to be answered. You know, they're the universality of these questions to be asked over and over and over again. And I have to give a lot of credit to these actors and actresses, and especially to Scarlett Johansson. I mean, just for being self-deprecating, for taking it sort of tongue in cheek, and not really getting upset and angry. And she realizes in a way too. But I can I can only imagine how frustrating it gets to be asked these questions over and over and over and over and over and over again, and trying to come up with a different answer for the same thing, while still trying to maintain some level of sanity, some level of decency, some level of just of normalcy, I guess, in answering these. And the bottom line is that Scarlett Johansson loved the Marvel, adventures, love her character, just love everything about her. I don't know much in terms of her political stance or whatever, but I hope she's conservative or a closet conservative, because I would hate to find out that she's got all these other views that are like, but acting wise, she's right at the top of her game, folks. She is at the top of her game. It's all one nice package. You've got beauty, you've got brains, you've got smarts, you've got sass, you've got class, you've got it all. And that's basically it. So we hope you enjoyed watching this. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Let us know in your comments below what you think about Scarlett Johansson, how she handled everything. My final thought is, when you're right, you're right, and she certainly is. And when you're left, you're wrong, like all those questions that were being asked. Thanks, folks. Take care and stay safe.